Well, my friends, how you all doing? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to a fresh episode of Project Black Sea, my friends. Last time out, we got Season 3 underway, played a game, introduced you to some new signings. If you want to catch up with that, it's linked above right now, my friends. Now, I've moved through the series, as I always do, by quite a few games. We're going to get caught up with that in today's episode. Then we're going to crack on with a couple of big ones. It's a little bit of change from what I said I was going to do last time, but I think you will all be very, very happy about it. So, my friends, let's get going. A little bit of transfer business to start us off, though, before we get crack-a-lacking with today's episode, my friends. No more players have come in now yet, but we do have one coming in the next window. I always go to say January transfer window, but I don't think it is January in this division. But yeah, in the next window, we've got him coming in on loan. He's a striker, basically going to be playing backup to Zhivkov. The squad is unhappy because of the strength in depth, and it's winding me up because they just keep on and on and on at me that we don't have enough quality, strength in depth. You go and supply the board with money and then maybe we will, but it is what it is. It's one of those things. But going out from the football club, Stefan Rusev has gone out on loan for the rest of the season. He is one of our youth prospects that has a lot of potential, like very, very high potential. Just turned 17, so I thought we'll let him go out on loan, see what football he gets. He's playing a lot of football, 8 appearances he's made, 2 assists. He's having quite a good time of it, so we'll see if we can get him some football and develop. One we've lost, though, and I'm really disappointed with it, is that of Tony Sonev. I really thought that this lad had all the sort of ability and all the potential to really turn into a top centre-back for us. He kicked off, though, over a loan move. It was really strange, this one. He kicked off because I rejected a loan move. Basically, the finances for the loan move didn't help us at all. We'd still have to pay his wages, which were £160 a week, which is a lot of money for us, for a prospect that's not playing any football. They weren't offering any money for that, so I rejected it. He kicked off to the point where he requested to be transfer listed. So he's gone. He's off. And we got some money for him. Probably not the money we would have liked to have got. We got 13k. I think it can go up to about 25k because there are some... Oh, no, 33k. Because there are some lots of add-ons with the deal. So he's gone to Utah Arad. And yeah, it's a shame because he was one of those. He was a good prospect. He looked like he was going to be a really, really good player for us. Now, talking of those prospects, let me show you some of the players that I'm quite excited about that have come through the youth ranks before we crack on with today's episode. I said I was going to do this last time and I didn't. And so I feel the need to do it now. Now, Evgeny Mitov is the one everyone's going to be keeping their eye on. There's one attribute in particular that I can't stand, that it's so low. Because if it was high, if it was over 10, I do genuinely think we could have developed him into a player. But unfortunately, it's not there. But yeah, he is a box-to-box midfielder, is what they're kind of... advertising him as. He's wanted by numerous clubs for obvious reasons because of how good he is at the age that he's at. He's 16 years of age. I don't think he's good enough to really be playing football for us just yet, but I do think he's going to be one for the future. He's definitely one to keep an eye on because if you're looking at those attributes, very, very strong. The one I want about, though, is determination. 2 is so low for determination, and for me, it's a vital attribute for a lot of players, and especially midfielders. That determination for me needs to be high. Even though they've not highlighted it as a key attribute, I still think that the higher determination is amongst the whole squad, the more likely you are to come back from 1-0 down, the more likely you are to battle through the games against the big teams. It's just something I have kind of picked up on over the course of my Football Manager sort of playing days, I guess you could say. But yeah, Mitov is one I'm really, really excited about. Ivan Zapranov, I hope I've said that right. He's another right-sided winger. Now, obviously, we've got one in the first team already who came out of our youth academy, but another right winger to keep our eyes on. Another one who, on paper, is quite exciting. Maybe his potential isn't as high as some of the others. Adon Stoyanov, he is definitely one to keep an eye on. Right back. It's a shame that he's only 5'10", because I do think his attributes probably suit more to play in centre-back, to be honest with you, because his dribbling, his crossing's not that high, and for me, I play full-backs or wing-backs, and so we do need that to be a bit higher. But another one who's got lots and lots of potential. If I do the potentials at the top, then you'll be able to see there's Daniel Penchev is another one, left winger this time. I love the look of those physicals. Absolutely brilliant, 17 years of age. And as you can see, we just seem to produce some very, very good players in the youth academy. Another right back there for you to take a look at. There is a lad, I believe, who it might not be here. We might have to go into the actual under-19s. Obviously, Fonseca, we know about him. This guy here, Lukanov. Now, there's been a lot of interest in this guy. Actually, had transfer bids for him. And he's another right-sided winger. We seem to produce a lot of wingers, but Lukanov is one that a lot of the big clubs were interested in the summer transfer window. We got Simeon Malanov, a centre-back, already looks very good, doesn't he, at 15 years of age. So, you know what? The future could potentially be bright here at Litex because of the amount of fantastic players we've got coming through the academy. So, a bit of me doesn't want to leave just because I want to see how some of those players develop. But anyway, let's crack on with today's episode and take a look at the fixtures that I've played since last time out. Now, last episode we played PFK Montana. We won 5-0, which was a really good result. Now, you're going to see there's not many clean sheets, but do you know what? I don't mind if we don't keep clean sheets, but we're winning football games, and that we seem to be doing. We've won 5 games since we last met, 2 defeats and a draw. It's a really good run of form, and it surprised me. I'm going to be honest with you. CSK Sevilla were up first, 2-2 draw. You'll see Zhivkov and Bonev were on the score sheet for us. We actually took the lead twice in this game and threw it away. It was really disappointing. Arda Karzali, 3-2 winning this one. We were 3-0 up and let them come back into it for whatever reason. Really switched off in the second half, but we got the job done. We actually missed a penalty in the game as well. Racine would have got a hat-trick had it not been for that missed penalty, but yeah, he got a brace. Bonev with the other. Potev Plovdiv, they beat us. They are flying this season. I believe they're top of the table at the moment. It was a really, really hard-fought game. It was very 50-50. We give them a go, but unfortunately, they come out on top. You will see lots of players let me down in the game. Really, really poor average ratings and just didn't really turn up. And so the changes were made in the second half and the players seemed to do the job. But yeah, it was just one of those things. We had a number of injuries at the time as well. Then we come up against Yantra, who are, I believe, bottom of the table, really, really struggling this season. We won 5-2. Really good result for us. Racine with a hat-trick. Tapusov with his first goal for the club. Really, really good to see. And then Zhivkov with the other. They did get a couple of goals to make it 2-2, I believe. No, it was 3-2, sorry. And then we just went on a bit of a rampage. But yeah, really good result. Septembri Sofia, 3-1 win in this one. Topos got another couple of goals in this game. Lovely to see that the youth prospect is now coming up with goals in the games as well. Zhivkov with the other. And then we played Bedo Stara. We lost by 2-1. Another team that are going really, really strong this season. When I show you the league table, you're going to see that Ludogorets have not been playing well this year. They've really fallen off. So a lot of these other teams are taking their chance. Kukulu with a couple of goals. Zhivkov did pull one back in the 90th minute. But again, players struggled in the game, and that's what cost us. You'll see we did play in the end. We played the cup game. At the end of the day, we drew a lower division team, and I thought we might as well play that game because I felt like we should win. We did win, but nearly we're on the end of the comeback of all comebacks. We were 3-0 up in 38 minutes for Racine, Metadiev and Hristov, and they pulled back a couple of goals in the last few minutes. So yeah, it's just one of those games we switch off late on. Then we played Atar to claim our 3rd clean sheet of the season. That's all we've had, 3 clean sheets this year. But you'll see Petkov and Zhivkov with the goals. Really, really good result. And I've played those 2 games for another reason. Levski Sofia are 3rd. And Ludogorets are 4th. So, you know what? I just thought this would make for a far more interesting episode to see how far we've come. We could lose both these games, but that's football. It is what it is. But we can get to really get a barometer of how far we've come as a football club, because we're going well this season. You know, we're about to play 3rd and 4th. And when I show you the league table, we are 5th, ladies and gentlemen. We have the same amount of wins at this stage this season as we had the entirety of the preliminary phase last year. So we are definitely better than we were last season. That is one thing that has to be taken on board. And we're just going really, really well. We're one of the top goal scorers. I think only one other club has scored more goals than we have this season. So we're going all right. I'm pretty confident with this season now. I think obviously trying to get into those top positions, I think it's going to be very difficult. But if we can finish in the middle of the pack, I'd be pretty happy with this season. I really, really would. And we're doing this with no money at all. The board are not helping us. We could really do with this club being bought out by a billionaire to really push us forward, because the board are not helping at all. We're just managing to get by. Racim's up there with 8 goals this season. A really, really big change for him. I think he's got as many goals this year as he did last year. He's also top of the average ratings. And yeah, we're going all right, ladies and gents. So let's crack on with the first game of today's episode. I've already picked the team. It's a very, very different looking team because of injuries. Why are we not surprised where that's concerned? And not only injuries, we've got suspensions, we've got unhappy players, and I'm kind of one of those people who refuses to play unhappy players because I don't like that they feel like they're above me. I'm going to play Bonev in this game just for fitness reasons, but again, it's just that he's worried about competition for places. It's a strange one. It really, really is why these players are kicking off all of a sudden, because at the beginning of this season they were fine, and then a couple of games ago they were really unhappy about it. We've lost Ivanov for 3 months. It was 4 months initially. A hip injury, so that's big. We're having to play Sonev at left back. He's doing an okay job, but he is no Ivanov, unfortunately. Telistov can't play in this game because he's can't play against his parent team. I don't know why I couldn't say that. And then Iardi is suspended for this one, which is a shame because he's been our best defender all season long. But we will make do, and we will try our best to do well in the game. I've been playing on positive every single game, even against the teams that I expect to beat me, because we will go for it a bit more. So yeah, it's all changed basically, really, for us this season. The more positive notion has helped us a lot. So we're going to go with Petrov in goal, Atanasov and Sonev at fullback, Kolev, Fomba in the centre-back positions, Yankov, Dimitrov in the midfield, Bonev, Topazov on the wings. We're going to go Racim through the middle and Zhivkov up top. And so here we go, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, we're in very, very good form, as we've already talked about. 4 wins from our last 5 games. We've been very good. What's nice about this season is, yes, we are still struggling against the teams at the top, the teams that are a lot more powerful than us. Levski are one of them. Levski have got some really good players. Their striker in particular is fantastic. But those teams that are sort of below us in the lower half of the table, we're not struggling against them anymore. We're doing the business against them, and that's what we need. If we want to continue to kind of progress with this football club, we need to be doing that. But anyway, we get the game kicked off, and let's see what this afternoon of football brings us. We are slow starters against the big boys, and there we go. We've started very, very slowly once again, and it's not a good start at all, is it? We're going to fire the boys up. I always seem to do this if we go 1 or 2-0 down or whatever, because it does actually seem to be helping. Dimitrov now out to Yankov. What a ball! And it's ended up in the back of the net. The keeper had butterfingers, and we've struck right back a minute later. It's 1-1, and Zhivkov gets another. He's scoring far more goals this season. It's really good to see. Right, Sonev with the throw-in into Kolev. He receives it back. It's been an action-packed first 10 minutes, hasn't it, in this one. Racim now on the football. Goes past his man. That is really good football from him, and he has an effort. It goes wide. It's not the best. Racim's been in fantastic form, it does have to be said, this year. Head that. No, misses. And this is the trouble. Sonev isn't the best, and they're in, and it's 2-1. It's a poor header. It really, really is. I say this every single edition of FM. I don't ever see that in real life. I don't understand how the ball can take such a bounce on this game that defenders miss it, but it is what it is. It really is. It's 2-1. You know what? If we lose both these games, we lose both these games, ladies and gents, because these 2 teams we're going to play today are going well. They're going to be 2 that are going to be in the mixer for the championship come the end of the season. So 25 minutes gone, and it's still a 50-50 game. This is the thing. We're not out of it at all at the moment. Because we go for it, we're not out for it. We're not out of it at all. I'm already doing this, so I'm not going to do that because I'm already doing it. Winds me up when they tell me to do stuff that we're already doing. Throw in now. Can't concede another before half time. That would be devastating for us. That's a good header out. We need the players to push up now, push out, and try and get on the football. That's unlucky. Not cutting that football out. They're passing well, aren't they? They're a good team. They are a good team, Levski. Come on, get out there. Oh, we've lost our shape. Lost our shape completely. It's not good. It's really, really not good. 3-1. I really didn't need that before half time. I hate when you look at statistics and they suggest that it's a lot closer than it is. On the pitch, they're all over us, aren't they? Yankov with the throw in. Where are we going to go with this? Goes past his man. He's done really well. It's unlucky. It really is unlucky that we've not been able to put that in the back of the net. 3-1's not good. I'm going to have to come down on the boys because it isn't good. And send them back out and just hope for better in the second half. How's everyone playing? Sonev's struggling again, but I have no choice. This is the trouble with left back at the moment. I have no choice but to play Sonev. Dimitrov has been pretty shite recently as well. Not been playing good football, but I don't really have the strength. Racine is not having a good game in this one. I'm going to have to make the changes, aren't I? We're on the 60-minute mark. I'm going to make some changes now. Yankov's going to go to the deep line role. We'll bring Stoyan on, and we'll take Racine off and bring Petrov on. That's all I can really do at this moment in time. Still on positive, and we'll just see what happens. But here we go. We're on the football. Nice stuff. Passing out from the back. Petrov, what is that? I needed you to come on and make an impact, not give the ball back to the opposition. Oh, it's not a good day. Not a good day. We're not playing well. 2 tackles. He's managed to walk past 2. That is awful. That genuinely. This is like watching Litex of last season. We've been playing so well recently. The 2 challenges missed. Then he misses one on the edge of the box. I don't know what to make of this sometimes. I really, really don't. And I'm getting more annoyed this season when we play awful because we've been playing well. He's offside. He's so offside. I don't know. I just don't know what to make of it. We've not fallen apart against anyone this year, but Levski have had a field day. They really, really have had a field day against us. And Marin Petkov, who is their best player, hasn't even got going in the game, and they've still managed to do this. Topos isn't having a good game either. He struggled, hasn't he? So we're going to bring him off. We'll have to put Bonev as an inverted winger. It's over anyway. Don't know why I'm bothering. Look at the stats. They've just been more clinical. End of the day, they've been more clinical because we've had as many shots as they have, and we just haven't been able to put them in the back of the net. That's not good. I'm not accepting 4 goals to be conceded by anyone against us anymore. Okay, so we move on to the second game. That was not good. That really wasn't good. I'm actually really annoyed about that game. Like, very annoyed. 4-1 is atrocious. Like, we've not really fallen apart like that this season against anyone. So yeah, I'm not really too happy, and it doesn't get any easier because we're now going to play Ludogorets away from home, and this is going to be a very, very difficult game for us. And I kind of expect more of the same. We're still not at full strength, unfortunately. We've got a couple of players that have been able to come back for this game that I do think make us stronger. I'm a bit worried about a couple of players, though, and their form at the minute. But we're going to go Petrov in goal, Sonev, Kolev, Atanasov keep their places, but Iradi comes in place of Fomba. We're going to go Dimitrov and Yankov. I'm worried about Dimitrov, though. It does have to be said. Christov's going to come in on that right-hand side. Sonev... what's his name? Sorry. Topazov did not have the best of games last time out. Racine's going to play Cam. Bonev on the left. He's dropped his unhappiness all of a sudden. Very strange. Zhivkov's now unhappy though. So yeah, there's no balance to this team, but Zhivkov is going to play up top. So here we go. Disappointed. That does have to be said in that last match. I'm sure you can all kind of get that off of my vibing now though. But yeah, we just have to move on, don't we? We have to forget about that one and try and do the best we can against Ludogorets, who, although they've struggled this season, are still, in my opinion, the best team in the league. We're still 6th place though, which is mental. And I think the worst we can finish is about 8th, even if we lose this at the end of this match week. So we would still be in a much better position than we ever were last season. So there's not too much to grumble about. We're sticking on positive, even though it is Ludogorets, because they've been a bit up and down this season. In defence, other teams have been able to beat them this year. So, you know what? I think the best way to attack Ludogorets at the moment is to take it to them. Statistics-wise, might suggest differently at the moment. That was a really good throw-in from Sonev. Oh, unlucky Zhivkov couldn't get the ball to the man that he wanted to, but nice to see the throw-in nearly coming off. Ball over the top, and it's hit the post. I thought Bonev was going to be in to score. I think he's been given offside as it, but really good opportunity. Corner, though, I think we're going to face now against Ludogorets, and I guarantee this is probably going to end up in the back of the net. But, it's off the line. It's off the line. And another ball in, and it goes over everybody's head, and it goes out for a throw-in. But what a clearance off the line. I think it was Sonev. What a clearance from the young left-back, who has just signed a new contract. It does have to be said. He's on £200 a week, so it's increased his wages a little bit. I think he deserved it, even though he does struggle, and that one goes wide, and it is all Ludogorets, and I'm kind of knew that was going to be the case where the chances were concerned. But let's just try and fire this team up a little bit and see if we can get a little bit more out of them, because at the moment we are being dominated. But the golfing class is ridiculous. It really is. Good clearance out. Zhivkov, nice from you. Where can you go with this? It's we've got 3 people breaking forward. Racine, and Racine scores! Very rarely does he miss the opportunity to score when he's in those positions, and it's a lovely breakaway goal. And that's all I bloody wanted, because now we have a basis to build the rest of this game off. Although I say this, and it's probably going to be 1-1. No, it's not. Over the bar. Missed the chance of Ludogorets. Right, are we going to try and build from the back? That's nice. Into Dimitrov. It's going to spread this wide to Bonev. Isn't the quickest. Uses his technical ability to go past players rather than his pace. Yankov into Dimitrov. This is good. Iradi. That's not a good ball from him, but manages to get back and reclaim. All right, Kolev now. Long ball. We don't use long balls, and it really winds me up when the players decide to go that route, because it's not the way we do things, and it puts us in these positions. One long ball, and that's what happens every single sodding time. And that's why I play on the floor, and I don't know why some of these players can't just continue to pop the ball about. It's frustrating as hell. Throw in. It's in behind, and it hasn't really come off for us. Right, come on, Yankov. No. A long ball again. Stupid. There were players there available, and he's gone long again, and it's the same player as well. And if we end up on the end of another goal here, I'm going to be very annoyed. Very annoyed, because it's the same bloody player. Jesus Christ. It's so fucking frustrating. Excuse my language, but it is. It's so frustrating that the players can't do what you want them to do. It annoys me. There were so many passes on, and he decides to go over the top. I'm bringing him off. I'm that annoyed. I'm bringing him off because it's annoyed me that much. Fomba's coming on for him. It's a joke, an absolute joke. I have to keep putting up with this. I don't want those long balls over the top. They don't help anybody. And we looked in a really good position there. Ludogorets are probably going to go on and fucking smash us as well. And I've sworn again. And it's just, me swearing just shows out how frustrated I am. Header out. Good stuff. Come on, defend this. He's given away a bloody free kick. It all looked like it was going so well. And then the centre-back goes and cocks it up for us. I'm going to just demand a bit more why this highlight is playing out. But there we go. Dimitrov now on the ball. Come on, Yankov. Where are we going to go with this? See, that one there, that's a long ball I'm okay with because he spreads the play, and there we have it! 2-2! Zhivkov with another goal! And they're okay if you're spreading the play and you know it's going to go over the top, over the head of a defender. You're all right with it, but when you're just clearing it straight up the pitch, it's a ridiculous one to go with. That's over the bar. That is over the bar. We've lost our last 4 against Ludogorets, and I would just like to take something from them, especially while they're so tender at the moment. They're not the team they were last season. Bonev's not having the best of games. do I take him off? We do have a good left-sided player that can come on for him now. Sonev is having an awful game. We don't have a left-sided player to come on for him. But I think I know what I might do with Sonev. Because I don't know if I can really risk that. So I'm not gonna. I'm gonna bring Nikolov on, and we're gonna put Atanasov over there. I've done it a couple of times. It seems to have worked. We can bring Petkov on for Bonev. We'll make those two changes. We'll get those two players off that are not playing the best. And it's 2-2, and there's 10 minutes to go. And we've done all right. We've done well to come back. But can we just see this game out? That would be nice if we could. Plovdiv are flying at the top of the table, aren't they? Really, really flying this season. Here we go. 4 minutes added on. I will take a 2-2 draw. Please, just give me this. Oh, God. God. Where are we going to go? Here we go. Oh, no. Please, no. Please, no. Please, no. Please, no. Yes, get in there. Oh my God, another highlight. Please don't do this to me. It's gone out for a throw-in. A minute left. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. One little bit. There we go. Good chuckle. Why are we seeing this highlight? I kind of feel like they're going to score or something, because otherwise we wouldn't have had this highlight. There we go, keepers. Just hold on to it, Keep. Just hold on to it. We've earned ourselves a 2-2 draw by the looks of things. Get in there. That is a big result for us, especially coming off the back of a 4-1 against Levski, and we've taken it. We've taken it to Ludogorets in this and earned ourselves a point. Okay, my friends, stressful episode. I'm going to apologise again for the swearing. I try not to swear on this channel, on my old Fandango channel. I used to swear till the bloody cows come home, but I try not to. I want this to be family friendly. I want, kids to be able to watch this at the end of the day. And when I'm swearing, it's not good. So apologies, okay? Apologies for the swearing. But I just get stressed out sometimes. But that's a good draw. That's a really good draw against Ludogorets, especially when you see how we fell to pieces against Levski. I think it shows you just how important, though, Iradi is at the back. He really, really changes stuff for us in the defensive positions. Right, so where are we going to come back? We've got the cup game, but it is literally in a couple of days. But we do have that second round of the cup. We could do the cup and the Cherno game, and then I could do the mid-season break, and then I could play, a number of games maybe. I'm not sure how I want to play this. Or are we not worried about the cup? And we just maybe move forward to the Plovdiv game because they are top of the table. They're flying at the moment, and that would allow me to play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games. And we could come back for Plovdiv and September Sofia. I think I'll see. I think I'll just see what happens. If we were to beat CSKA 1948 in the second round, then we'd get another cup game anyway, and it might come in those little round of games. So I don't know. I'll play it by ear. We'll either come back for the cup or we'll come back for Plovdiv, because I think there'll be a transfer window. I'll have some players and stuff I want to do. As I've said many a time with this series, because the end goal is so hard to get to because of the teams that we're playing with, I have to move the game on through many, many games, because I think we're going to be going for many seasons. I can't see this being over in like 5 or 6 seasons. I think we could go into the 14, 15 years, before we really end up with a club, or end up getting this club to the point where we can take them to a Champions League final. That's kind of my thinking behind it. So yeah, it's going to take a long time. So that's why I do play a lot of games between episodes, and sometimes there will be games that you miss. So yeah, like I say, it'll either be that cup game or it'll be the Plovdiv game. Either way, it'll be a good one to look forward to. Excuse me, let's take a look at this league table, shall we? And what a league table it is. Okay, we haven't won in today's episode, but we are 6th in the league, okay? And even if the teams below us were to win, they can't knock us off of 6th place. So it's a really good place to be after 13 games, in my opinion. And hopefully we've got some games that are winnable coming up. I know we've got Cherno, we've got Arda, they're coming up soon. I do think Lokomotiv, Plovdiv are coming up as well. So yeah, there's games in there for me that are winnable, in my opinion. So hopefully we can get back to winning ways. I think that's the first time If I just take a look, it's the first time that we've actually gone more than a couple of games without a win. So yeah, we bounce back, but they were two really, really hard teams to come up against. So no real surprise that we are where we are. But yeah, big games coming up, and we'll just see where this season takes us. Right now, it's looking pretty good. There you have it, my friends. We're done and dusted for another episode of Project Black Sea. Do hope you've enjoyed today's episode. It was a toughie, but you know what? You've got to face the good teams as well as the bad teams during the course of the season, and sometimes you're going to be on the end of a 4-1. So it is what it is. You just have to brush it off, move on, and play the next game, don't you, my friends? If you're new, please consider subscribing to this channel. We don't just do Football Manager, there's lots of different stuff here. It's essentially a gaming channel, so go check out some of the other stuff as well. But yeah, drop me a like on the video if you've enjoyed it, show some appreciation for it. But my friends, until next time, stay safe, stay humble, saluting you all, and I'll see you all real soon.